We've all had many days that we wanted to pursue our goals and follow our dreams but found ourselves unable to take actions. Days passed by and we struggled with being committed to new habits which we had planned to follow. Today, we'd like to introduce 2 methods to increase your motivation that helps you navigate any challenging path with ease. The first method for increasing motivation is the 2-minute technique. Let's say you want to write your senior thesis, start exercising, or accomplish tasks throughout the day. You've probably recognized that the hardest part is to get started. Once you overcome that initial hurdle and take the first step, it becomes much easier. This technique is straightforward. Just get started in 2 minutes. Why does this technique work? If you recall your information with regards to physics, one of Newton's rules of motion states that an object at rest or in motion will naturally remain in that state unless acted upon by an external force. Your mind and body naturally want to stay in their current state and resist changes. However, once you initiate movement, even for just 2 minutes, it becomes significantly easier to continue. For instance, take trying to move a large round stone as an example. Initially, it requires a tremendous amount of effort to push the stone and set it in motion. But once it starts moving, you'll find it easier to keep pushing. The second method to increase your motivation is, not for 2 more days. The previous rule focused on getting started, acknowledging that the beginning is the most challenging part. However, is there a way to make it easier for us to persist and maintain our habits in the long run? Absolutely. The "not for 2 more days" rule states that it's not a problem if you break your routine for a day. Just avoid breaking it for 2 consecutive days. Why does this technique work? When you start acting and continue on your path, a momentum builds within you that makes it easier to keep going. However, if any reason made you deviate from your habit for a few days or longer, it becomes much more challenging to regain the motivation to continue. When you break the cycle of what you should or shouldn't do, don't rush to resume the next day. Remember this. Next month or next year, it won't matter if you had some days where you didn't live up to your expectations. What truly matters is that at the end, you remained committed to your goals. Here's an example of this method. Let's say you've decided to stop eating ice cream due to high blood sugar levels. You've recognized the need to avoid those delicious ice creams you used to indulge in every evening. You make a promise to yourself and manage the situation with keeping it for a few days. However, one day you find yourself out with a friend, and your craving for ice cream becomes irresistible. You give up and have a huge scoop. Afterward, you might feel disappointed in yourself, as your efforts over the past few days were wasted. You might even question your ability to trust the promises you make to yourself. But always try to remember this statement: no one can perfectly adhere to every habit.